By the way, we've got an earnings alert out on one of the names, Karen, that you own. One of the transports, that is United Airlines. Phil LeBeau, we gave you a couple minutes to look at through those numbers here. How is United Airlines numbers looking?
They're strong numbers, Brian, and that's why the stock is moving a little bit higher. Plus, there's a piece of news in the earnings report we'll get to in a little bit. Look, it comes down to this. Strong domestic demand is the reason that they beat on the top and the bottom line in the second quarter. They have also raised the lower end of their full-year guidance. But for the second quarter in a row, United will not detail the exact impact in terms of dollars and cents of having the 737 MAX grounded. All of this raises the question, what is United's plan when it comes to dealing with the MAX? Not that they have a whole lot of choices right now. So everybody's clear here. They have extended how long that this plane is off the schedule through November 3rd. The capacity is being brought down for the full year. It was 5 to 6% growth. Now they're saying, look, it's only going to be 3 to 4% because they may not even have the MAX back by the end of the year. 14 in the fleet have already been grounded. Remember, they're scheduled to get another 16 this year. Realistically, that's probably not going to happen, which may be the reason why, buried deep within the note, if you read all the way down, you found that United in the second quarter purchased 19 used Boeing 737-700s. Those will be into the fleet starting in December. They're not disclosing the price, nor are they disclosing who the seller is. But guys, this speaks to the need to make sure that they have the seats for their capacity growth plans as they move into 2020. So again, they're buying 19 used Boeing 737-700s. We're going to be talking with CEO Oscar Munoz about this as well as a number of other things tomorrow morning. You do not want to miss this interview exclusively on Squawk Box starting at 8 a.m. Guys, back to you.
That is going to be a big one. There is a lot to discuss with Oscar Munoz there as well. Okay, Karen, we'll start with you. You said you owned it. The numbers are pretty good.
The numbers are pretty good. What's really interesting is look at the run this stock has had since the end of May. I think it hit the high 70s, and now here we are in the mid 90s. That's been quite a run, and the bar's been higher and higher, and now they put out earnings that even beat that. All that having been said, though, the airlines, I'm getting a little time to do some Pete playbook and sell some calls against it, I think.
Which I've already done. I own United. I've sold calls on there. Today I own Southwest as well. Today I rolled my calls out a little bit further into August and a little bit of upside to try to collect. I think they're the August 55s, and I get a little over $1 for those. So that's exactly. I agree with you. I don't know that we're going to see these airlines absolutely take off. No pun intended. But I think they continue to grind higher. And if they're going to do that, I'm going to sell calls against it, Brian, and be able to take in that premium and watch these things as they move to the upside and get a little protection to the downside.
Yeah, I guess a point and a question. I mean, the point would be you wonder how much earnings growth there is if the fleets aren't getting any bigger. Planes can only be 100% full. I mean, once you've got the load factors, they call it, almost completely jammed in on every freaking flight.
Pricing power, baby. Pricing power.
Well, then you start to check. But then you get to a point where the fares are too high. People say, you know what? I love
They haven't gotten there yet, though.
They haven't gotten there yet.
And we all fly, and we see these every week.
We don't. Nobody around this table needs an analyst to tell them about the airline business because we all have our own little cubicles at Newark Airport or Minneapolis, St. Paul. But you wonder, where is that pricing power lost? Where's the cap where the non-essential business traveler says, I can't swing it?
Hey, can I point out one other thing that everybody forgets about? How about the money that Delta makes through the American Express deal and that partnership they've got there? That is a number that's free money coming into them for the most part. I mean, it's incredible how much money they're making in different areas that people just seem to discount. They look at just one specific metric. I think there's other metrics to look at, and some of these partnerships are really starting to pay off as well.
Yeah. So I would just say, if you're worried about that, and I think that's a legitimate concern about at some point the pricing power isn't there.
To fly coach from Newark to Cincinnati,
that's going to be a problem. You know what? I can't. But look at how the stock's trading, right? So you've got $100 is where was the high that we had back in 2018. We're getting pretty close to that, right? So you can use that. You can sell calls against that. You can use that as a place where you might want to target to sell out of them. So I think it's not a bad point to say, listen, maybe there's a double top here. Let's be cautious.
Okay, hold on, guys. We've got a news alert on New Skin. The stock just tanking after hours. Seema Modi What's going on with Nu Skin?
Hey, Brian, here's a story. Nu Skin is issuing a warning. It now sees second quarter earnings coming in below forecast, 82 to 84 cents versus the estimate of 94 cents. The company says it's primarily due to a reduced revenue outlook in mainland China following the government's 100-day campaign to review and inspect the health products and direct selling industries. The company also mentioning the negative impact of the stronger dollar. You can see the stock is reacting, Brian. It's down about 14% in extended trade. It's also been a tough year in general for the company. Back to you.
Yeah, Seema, thank you. Stock down 25% this year, 39% over the past year. It's one of these multi-level marketing companies.
Yeah.
Got anybody here
Nope.
ever owned it?
No, and don't
ever shorted it? Ever bought options?
I'm
ever used the product?
You know what's strange about
Have you ever heard of Nu Skin?
Nu Skin? No. But I mean, I use olive oil.
You look great.
Thanks. Appreciate
Don't
that.
tell
See,
Popeye.
that's why Nu Skin's trading so badly. Olive oil, that's
Olive
it.
oil,
You're
that's
done.
all you need. Yeah,
I always
exactly.
preferred Wimpy. I thought he was the stronger character in the Popeye family. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go back to if we can to transports here. You know, it's funny. We focus on United and Delta and everything like this. The best performing airline stock in America is not only is Allegiant, small company, but one that 60 Minutes did a deep dive in and basically a scare piece on Allegiant, if you will, and yet the market didn't care. There's so many weird things going on with some of the names in this space.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to touch Allegiant
SkyWest, the second best.
I wouldn't want to touch them for an investment, nor would I want to necessarily fly on them. That's my personal decision. I happen to think you stick with the majors, though, because if there's going to be any type of pricing power, there's the ones that have it. The planes are still full, and there's still a little bit more.
Okay, so don't dabble maybe in the smaller cap transports is what you're saying.